Hi all of you, this is Gil. So happy 2021 to all of you. How's it going so far in today's times? So 2020 is all over now, so cool. So that's nice. So every year that passes by, it's just in me. Everybody probably thinks differently and everything, but it's just in me to feel like I want to start fresh with everything new. I mean, it's like what I mean by that. I want to feel like I want to start the whole year fresh. And, well, for this case, the way I do that is I like to go through all of my stuff, like all of my phones, or, I mean, when it comes to pictures and videos and stuff, I want to go through all of my phones and all of the cameras and grab all the pictures and videos and put it all on the hard drive, and then clear all the memory cards of all the phones and all stuff, so that way everything that I put on them it'll be from 2021. That way I don't have to be like separating the 2020s from the 21. So I clear everything out, and so that's what I do. That's what I like to do. Right now I'm posting a video, or I'm making a video right now for you guys to see it. So some of you might be asking me, what's my plans for 2021? Well, one plan that I have, or resolution, it could probably be the same thing. My plan is like to keep myself simple, or to keep things simple. Like one of those things, one example, is like the several cameras that I have in my collection. You know, like I have the excuse me, I have the Sony CX405, and then I have the Panasonic HD camera as well, and then I have this $26 GoPro camera from Costco, and then I have another GoPro, the GoPro 8, and I have like a couple of other cameras. I want to keep myself simple for this example by just taking away some of those cameras and just put them aside and just stick with one or two cameras only. So that way I don't have to complicate myself from when I'm making a video and when I'm using a lot of different cameras and I want to make a video, and then I have to think about which camera did I use to do this or to do that, and I have to grab everything from all the cameras, and that's kind of a pain in the butt to do that. So I don't want to complicate myself with all these different cameras. I want to just try to stick with one or two only, you know. So in this case, I would want to stick with the GoPro or this camera that I'm using right now. I want to stick with maybe two, and I would probably like to try to avoid using the phone for my camera, unless, like I say, it's a camera where it's a moment's notice camera, you know, like I would use the phone only for moments notice, which might be quite often, you know, it might happen a lot, but anyway, I want to try to stick with one or two cameras this year so I don't have to overcomplicate myself. And then I also want to try using this computer more, to make the videos on it. I got kind of used to this one, you know, but I feel like I need to get myself using this one too, or like I could use both, but I want to try to get myself using this one more, because it's a better performer, and I can get it done quicker, and plus it's more portable, so I don't have to be stuck on here to make a video. Okay, yeah, speaking of cameras, I'm gonna be planning on buying one of these too. See, I'm kind of researching right now for which one is the one that would be right for me. So far, I feel like this Insta360 1R Twin Edition, I feel like it's like the right one for me in this case. And I think one reason why is because it's smaller. It's a smaller camera, and it's a modulator. So like we could switch on the lenses, like these little modulator lenses, like to either use it in the 360 mode, like where it records all around the circle, like back and front, and then I'm gonna be planning on making 360 videos for YouTube, like to post on YouTube. Like I would say, as soon as I get one of these, I'm gonna start doing those for my blogs. And I would probably think that every blog I do will be a 360. So I'm trying to decide which one is the one that's right for me. I feel like this one is because it's smaller. I like something small. But then again, you know, this can be convenient because we don't have to switch on over lenses. And if we want to do like the hero mode, or if we want to do the regular mode, or the 360 mode. But with this camera, we would have to switch on over the lenses if we want to do either one of the modes, 360 or the regular mode. But I wouldn't even be doing the regular mode if I have the GoPro 8 already. But if I had this, then, well, I could get rid of the GoPro 8 if I wanted to. But I mean, it's nice to have two GoPros, though. I mean, it's nice to have two of them in case, you know, have an extra one, just in case I want an extra one. So yeah, I'm thinking about this one so far. But anyway, telling you. So, and one more item to say that I want to say that I would like to try to do this year, like a plan. Also, I would like to try some other how we call it, programs. Try some other video editing program, and even, you know, like another thing that I would like to try using maybe this year, like, well, like I said, other editing, try a different editing program. I want to try to see which ones, and I just want to try them, you know. I want to see, try some of those, even if it's something that I gotta buy, or I just want to try. I want to see it. And then, and even the Apple computer, I own one, but I mean, maybe I want to try to use that one too, see how it goes. I want to do that this year, but it's not like something that I want to do like right now, but I want to try it and see how it is and see how I like it, you know. So that's one other thing that I want to do too. I mean, that's another plan or resolution that I have. Yeah. So as it appears to me, another thing that's happening this year, I mean, like for the, yeah, another thing that's happening is that my job is now doing night shift. So, I mean, I think my boss told me, or the supervisor anyway, they told me that they're gonna do permanently now night shift. So they're gonna have a night shift permanently. So yeah, I mean, and I feel like I decided to go with the night shift because night shift, we only work 10 hours, not 12. And plus, I feel like it's beneficial for me because, for one, I don't have to get up in the morning, you know. I mean, that's the big one right there. I don't have to get up in the morning. I hate getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, like, yeah, I mean, I don't have to get up in the morning. And not only that, I'm able to do a lot of things like during the day that I cannot do if I was working. Like, in other words, it's so certain things that I can only do during the day. For an example, like if I had a dentist appointment, for an example, I can only do that during the day. So, I mean, it's beneficial to work in the night shift because I'll always be able to find time to do things like that, or such as going to DMV or anything like that. Anything that we can only do during the day, that's beneficial to have a night shift in that case, you know. Yeah. So, apparently, I mean, I think I'm probably going to be doing night shift as far as I could see it. I mean, probably for the most part. So that's going to mean that I'm not going to be doing lives at 8 o'clock at night anymore. Instead, it probably will be like in the morning hours instead. But of course, I mean, I don't like to abruptly change the schedule for you guys, but I mean, I'll be changing the lives time if I'm gonna do lives anyway, if I'm gonna do a lot of lives, so and so yeah, that's just another thing that's gonna happen, or what I want to do. And then what are other things? What's my other resolution? One other thing that I want to plan to do this year 2021, I want to get everything out of this garage, everything out of this garage, top and bottom, and put it all over here. And then I want to completely overhaul the garage with new shelving. You know, get rid of all the shelving, like all the old shelving, get rid of it. And then maybe take down that shelving and just clear out all the shelves that I have. Clear everything out and build a whole custom shelving, you know, like all the way around the garage, you know. Or I could just like build one huge shelving or a storage shelving area with cupboards, like with doors that close. So that way we don't have to see all this clutter, you know. I don't have to see all this clutter. And plus, it could probably help with keep things from getting dusty and stuff, you know, maybe. And I can, like, that way it doesn't look so cluttery in here, you know. Or either that, and or I want to get a storage. I want to rent out a storage room and put away some of these items that I don't need to have in here, such as like Christmas decorations, or like these cameras, like these old school cameras, like a lot of my old school stuff. I could put it in the storage or something, you know, like anything that I know is anything that I don't care if I was gonna lose it through a fire, whatever. Like Christmas stuff and things in the storage shed there. Either one of those two things or both. I want to clear out this whole garage, build whole new shelving to make it simple. That's what I'm trying to aim for. I want to make it simple. I want to try to make my life as simple as possible, you know. I want to try to keep it simple, you know, so I don't have to feel like overwhelmed with all this stuff, all this clutter that's in this garage, you know, because I just don't have a big enough place to put everything like scattered, like to where it's easy to access all this stuff, you know. So yeah. And another thing that I want to plan for this year, like a resolution or just like a little plan to do for this year, I would like to try to see if I can go the whole year, or the rest of the time I'm here, I could say, without needing to do anything in this yard, except for like if I want to add stuff, like such as a gazebo, I'll do that. But I want to go this year without needing to do anything in this yard, you know, like I want to go the whole year without any project needed to be done, because I mean, I want to try to go through the year, and I don't think I really need anything else in this yard, because everything's been done other than the garage, you know. But I think, you know, I'll be able to go this year pretty much without doing anything, and I'll be able to go as long as I'm here, I guess. I mean, I don't need to do anything anymore, so that's another thing that I have coming. It's just the front yard that I gotta do. I mean, whenever. I mean, I'm not in any hurry for doing the front lawn, you know, for getting the front lawn done, you know. Yeah, so. And one other thing that I want to do this year, or I mean, well, this year, I mean, I want to keep myself health conscious, since I'm already at that age, you know. We all know that I'm already at the age where I have to keep myself health conscious, you know, keep myself conscious of my health and everything, you know. Like for this example, I should go to the doctor at least maybe 2 or 3 times this year for a regular checkup and check on myself, you know, like maybe a blood test every half a year or some, or maybe 3 times this year maybe, and then just to keep myself updated. Or I could get a blood test. I already got a blood test like a couple months ago, or it was back in October, I think it was, when I got the blood test. And I found that I was low on vitamin D, you know, I mean, so they found out that I was, so I mean, I didn't even know that. I didn't even notice that until I saw the little charts on the website that I have. I didn't see that until like about 2-3 weeks ago. I mean, that I was low, and so all that time, I think that's what was causing me to feel the fatigue and all the things that's associated with anxiety. You know, like when we feel fatigue, it may tend to make me feel like so tired, and it's gonna make me feel like something's wrong with me, and then that gives me a lot of anxiety. Puts a lot of anxiety on me because I'm feeling the effects of lack of vitamin D or whatever that I'm lacking, and then I get anxiety about it and stuff, you know. So I want to know where I stand. I want to keep myself informed of my health, so I could do whatever it takes to keep myself like how we call it, stabilized, you know, like in my mind, or stable, health stable. Like in the case of this vitamin D deficiency that I had, I'm just drinking more milk, but now that I'm going to be doing night shift, I'll be able to be out in the sun more often, so I'll get my vitamin D there. I mean, the sun, and I'll be able to ride my bikes more. I mean, during the day, and I mean, when I was working in the night, I mean, it was always 12-hour days. So when I come home at 5 o'clock, I would go in at 5 in the morning and go home at 5 p.m. And then when I get home, by the time I'm settled, it's 6 o'clock. Then I would have to go to sleep by 8 or 9. But I'm kind of too tired, because I just gone through a 12-hour day, and I'm too tired, you know, to ride bikes or stuff like that. So I can't even do that. I mean, but if I'm going to work in the night shift, even if I was going to work 12 hours, like say 5 o'clock at night till 5 o'clock in the morning, even if I was going to work 12 hours, I would still have a chance to ride bikes a little bit, because during the day, because it won't be night anytime soon, because not like when I come home at 5 o'clock at night and then it gets dark by 6 or 7, well, when the later months come by. But anyway, well, in this case, that the night shift that they're doing in my job now, I mean, they're doing 10 hours now. It's gonna be 10 hours, not 12. So that's something that's gonna be something I'm gonna like, you know, just the 10-hour days, you know, like come home at 3:30 in the morning. Like the shift will be from 5 o'clock p.m. until 3:30 in the morning, and then when I come home, it'll be 4, and there won't be any traffic, you know, going home anyway. I mean, anyway, so go home at 4 o'clock, shower, and then sleep in, give my wife a ride to work, go back to sleep until, say, 12 o'clock p.m., and then I would have 5 hours or 4 hours to do the thing that I want to do. I mean, so that would be a benefit, you know. Anyway, so that's the other thing that I want to be doing for this year. That's my plans, you know. I want to keep myself updated health-wise, and of course, along the way, I would like to try to keep myself eating healthy and stuff, you know. I mean, yeah, I mean, keep myself like health-wise. I mean, I feel pretty good right now. I mean, like, I'm not fat or anything. I mean, and nothing like that. I mean, I think I feel like I gained some muscle with all the physical work I do in my job, you know. So I don't think I have an issue with things like that. And the blood test that they did on me, I mean everything was good other than the vitamin D. But I mean, everything was good. Even the cholesterol was good in my check, in my blood check. And I thought I was gonna have I thought I was for sure gonna have like cholesterol and stuff, and apparently I don't have cholesterol. I mean, it was on the threshold, you know, just below the threshold, but I mean, no cholesterol, believe it or not. Well, it's because of, like I say, because of the you know, the fish oil, or the things that I've been doing to try to help myself there. Supplements that I've been taking, I'm good. I mean, I'm actually good right now on that. It's just the vitamin D, which I didn't realize that I was low on until just a few weeks ago, like from the blood test from 3 months ago. I mean, well, anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I mean, as far as I know about what I plan on doing. Then, of course, you know, like the front lawn, you know, I mean, I don't know. Well, anyway, so this is the front lawn of our house. Of course, you know, throughout the year, I know I'm going to be doing more projects, you know. Maybe, like, the next thing I want to do is I want to cover this part first with rocks or cement. I want to put cement, like what I want to do this year. I mean, my plans and my resolution this year, put a cement, like maybe all the way like a sidewalk. And then put rocks or something. And then I want to put like a fencing all the way around. And then, of course, little by little, I would probably like little by little put rocks or something, you know, like something to make this part look nice. Now, it's going to be a long time before I do it, you know. But because it's a lot of work to do that, you know. But I mean, and plus I need motivation to do it as well. So yeah, that's what I want to do this year. My plans, and yeah, my plans are that's not necessarily a resolution, because it's not something that I really want to do. A resolution is if someone is like wanting to lose weight or something. But and that's probably like the #1 New Year's resolution actually for some people. But I mean, anyway, so that's what I plan on doing. Well, the front lawn is one of those things. But I mean, it's not something that's urgent though, really. I mean, but of course, one of the main things that I want to do is I want to how I call it, stick with like 1 or 2 cameras only. And I want to start making 360 videos, you know, like with a 360 camera. I want to start making those. And then at this point, you know, I cannot be bothered by how much space of memory it takes. You know, who cares about the space? You know, quality is more important than quantity. You know, yeah. So that's what I would want to do. I want to start making more higher quality videos, you know. And then other things too. I mean probably the YouTube videos. Well, I would like to try to make them more interesting that I can. I mean, maybe I would like to try to come up with an intro or something, you know, like a cool intro. I mean, I want to try to make an intro, something that's really cool. I mean, and then I want to try, I could say a resolution that I would have is maybe build a time machine. Yeah, well, I mean, the way I would do that is like I would probably make a booth or something, make it dark with a TV screen in it. Like, and then I would just have a computer print random messages on it, like saying, time traveled 1 hour and 2 minutes, or time traveled 2 months and 5 days. Time, like an airplane, like in an airplane, when we're in an airplane, like, you know how they have their little screens where it tells you how many miles it's traveled and everything, the time and estimated time, whatever, you know. I would plan on doing it something like that, in that way, and in that concept, you know. Like print out on the screen, like when I type in a date that I want to go to, I want to print it out on the screen saying, okay, destination date, say January 1st, 1990, and then I would say execute, and then I would press that execute button, and then the time machine would start traveling, and then it would feel like we're in an airplane or something, and then like minutes, and then like a few seconds later it would tell us that time traveled is 1 year and 2 months, and then another minute later 3 years and 5 months traveled, and then another minute later they'll say 7 years and 4 months traveled, that type of thing, you know. I mean, I think it would be cool, you know, to do it that way, you know. So yeah, I mean, I want to build a time machine doing that, you know, like how I want to build one this year, you know. I want to try to build one, you know. And then I would be using that time machine I build as the intro in the videos of when I post the videos. And when I type in the date that I want to go to, and then I press the execute button, whatever the word is, and then it would go through it would travel time, and it would tell me like in the minute that it takes to get there, how much time it's traveled, like second by second, you know, like an airplane, you know. So yeah. So anyway, so that's me. I mean, so what do you guys resolution is? What's you guys' resolution? But anyways, so to sum it up, to keep myself simple, like just sticking with the 1 or 2 cameras, or two or 3 cameras only, and not 5 or 6. And I want to keep everything in the house cleared, like of clutter. Well, I mean, for me, I just want to have just that one closet only, and that's mine, and everything else, it's whatever they want, whatever my kids or Jenny wants to do this, damn it. I just want to have just one closet to worry about, and that's it. Keep it simple. Then, of course, the other thing is the camera. I want to start using a 360 camera, and I'm probably going to plan on using that a lot in my blogs. Like blogs or just bike riding videos with a 360 camera. I want to plan on doing that a lot this year. I mean, with one of those 360 cameras. Hopefully that they're not going to throw so many hours at me that it'll be impossible to have time to do that. I hope that's not going to happen, you know. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I want to do this year. And then, of course, my health. I want to keep myself health conscious this year. I want to really keep myself health conscious. I want to be able to know everything that needs to be addressed, and I want to take care of it. I want to know what's happening, and I think my wife wants to be able to know what's going on in her as well, so that way we could do the things that we need to do to address it, like such as drinking milk or whatever. I mean, like if we had, like in my case, the vitamin D deficiency, I just want to add more milk or whatever that I need to do in my diet, or whatever I have to do to address those type of things. Yeah, and that's basically it. So the health, be health conscious this year, and use a 360 camera, and stick with just a few cameras rather than like dozens of them, you know. Just stick with 2 or 3 cameras only, and try to avoid using the phone as my camera. So yeah, anyways, so that's it. So I hope you liked this New Year's Day video. So alright, yeah.